Today's the day, guys. Time for the RZR Turbo S to get jacked up on some aftermarket assassin parts. And I'm not much of a guy to name his vehicles, but we're gonna name this one. Meet Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
Might be short for Lucifer. Because it's going to be a demon. It's going to be ripping. It's going to be insane. And the theme we got going on here with some of the looks we're going to add on, it's going to tie in well together. So 100%. Stay with me there. We're gonna tune up Lucy here today. We got so many good parts coming. I'm going to go over them right now, and then we're going to be putting all these parts on the RZR Turbo S today. This is a stage 3 kit from AA. So we got charge tubes. These are aluminum. We got the intake tube, also aluminum. We got a revolver clutch cover. Help strengthen that bad boy up. We know the Polaris XP clutches aren't the strongest thing in the world, so this is going to help just a little bit. What else we got? We got a catch can. We got a blow-off valve.
Oh yeah.
She's going to be going this time. The red Turbo S, I recirculated there. I didn't let it go to atmosphere. You get more horsepower gains, I guess. You were talking about fractions by doing that, but the biggest thing is when you recirculate it, you don't have any risk of dirt, water, debris, any of that stuff getting in there.
Right.
But with this gives me a great excuse to never hit a mud hole again in my life.
Will he ever hit a mud hole again? We'll see.
We got some new spark plugs because we are going to be putting a tune on there. We got a mount for the dyno jet, the tuner itself. We're going to mount this onto the RZR, and we're going to have accurate boost pressure numbers, so we know how much boost we're actually getting out of this thing. What else do we got here? Just some miscellaneous clamps, and then obviously we got the springs for the primary and secondary clutches. What else do we got? We got the adjustable weights.
Yep.
So we'll be tuning this thing up to whatever riding style I like. I'll probably be doing the same thing I did on my red Turbo S, which I think was a 1, 2, 3. But I'm not sure. I might have to go back and look at that.
Yeah,
we'll go.
We
like
got
I said, farther in depth. We'll be looking into this. We got this is called a butter shift washer. Again, something to help with these clutches shift a little bit smoother. You know, when you take off or you're braking real hard, you'll get some clutch chatter in there. I will say this Pro XP clutch definitely doesn't chatter as much when you're hitting those brakes. But right now, to begin this whole process, we are going to start taking this thing apart. We're going to take the exhaust off, the clutch cover off, just get everything apart as best as we can so we can attack these parts with the most ease.
Look at that aftermarket assassin's exhaust back there we're going to be putting on.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the exhaust.
He saved the best for last.
Yeah, and here's the real noisemaker, the beauty of it all. It actually has a quiet core in it too, so in case
He doesn't want to wake the neighbors up.
In case you didn't want to wake the neighbors up. There's other things you can do with this core too. You can even change your tuning, fuel efficiencies and stuff like that. But anyways, yep, she's going to be getting thrown on there. This thing's going to be barking through the night.
And if I can add, the way the aftermarket assassins made the RS1 sound was night and day difference. I mean, it woke that machine up, so I am super pumped to see what the turbo is going to sound like with that on there.
Like if you go to
blow off, it's going to be so epic.
It's going to sound like an animal. If you actually go to one of our old videos, we did the Trinity exhaust on the red Turbo S, and I mean, I couldn't believe it because the stock machine does sound really legit.
It does.
But once you put that exhaust, it's like no different than any vehicle in the off-road world. Exhaust just makes everything better.
It does. It really does.
I'm not a quiet guy. I'm a loud guy.
Yeah, we want you to know we're coming.
Yep. So we're going to begin the process right now. Take the exhaust off, clutch cover, get all this started. Enjoy it, guys. Ready to see Lucy become the demon she is. All right.
Action.
All right, like I was saying, how we're going to go over and take these parts apart. The reason we're going to take everything apart first instead of just attacking each part one by one is because this is going to give us ease. So when we take off this exhaust, your charge tubes are right here. So we might be able to attack it from the rear, get a little bit better angle. Obviously, this is just completely unnecessary to be trying to work in here.
Yep.
And then when you come to the back, or come over here, we got this off. We can actually get into here a little bit better. And if we have any trouble getting this charge tube right here off, my plan is to loosen the back of the bed up and just pick it up a little bit so we can reach our hands in there better.
Yep.
Because to take this bed off is a serious job, and
yeah,
no one wants to do
what
that.
we're really hoping for is when we take this exhaust off, getting all this rear room to get to that charge tube, and that's going to be the most difficult, we heard. So, yeah.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, this machine I think has 36 miles on it. So she's freshy, she's barely drove. And we're getting this thing all prepped for our big Red Bull ride coming up this week, where we'll be racing slash riding with Side by Side Vlog and Andrew Carlson, who is a Red Bull racer slash professional athlete. So
yep.
We're so excited. I mean, 100%. We're geeked. This is it's insane.
It is.
All right, now we're gonna start ripping these parts apart.
Let's do it.
We got the exhaust off, clutch cover off. Yeah, so we were just trying to get started on this catch can right here. Not gonna put it on today. This is actually a version 3, so that would actually divert to your valve cover, and you got to weld in a bung, all this blah 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 blah. We'll cover this a different day. I'm not gonna do this right now.
It's a headache for right now. So.
Yeah.
A little bit more extensive.
We could just plug them off, but we're just not going to deal with it right now. It's so moving on, we're going to start taking off the charge tubes now and installing these bad boys and moving on to the blow-off valve. Whoop whoop whoop, big dogs.
Yep, 100%. So we got blow-off valve right here, and I believe this is an adjustable blow-off valve, right?
No, they're not adjustable. You adjust the wastegate. That's what gives you, it gives you more boost. So, which we're probably going to have to adjust the wastegate. I'm not sure to what. I'm sure it's somewhere here in the instructions.
Yeah.
For the tune that I'm going to be running. Because I'm going to be running bigger boost.
You are, 100%. So.
So when you run a bigger boost, you want bigger intake tubes because you're just using more air.
Yeah, plus, I mean, if you actually look at all the tubes down there, they're kind of chintzy. Like,
they're all plastic.
You look at this, I mean, it's nice aluminum, high temp silicone.
Same with the blow-off valve.
Yeah.
It's just plastic in there. This is billet.
Yeah, you can obviously tell just a much better quality part to be running in there. So, yeah. And to put this stuff in looks pretty simple. Looks like you just cut these clamps, bam, bam. And then there's going to be 2 bolts, loosen up there. Possibly turn this tube, pull that, I believe, the map sensor out. And then once that's out, you'll be able to get to the blow-off valve real easy. And that seems pretty simple to pop out. Bang, bang. Hopefully it's just going to be bang, bang.
Yeah.
And then you come up here with the, losing what this is. Charge tube. So you will just pull that bolt right there. This tube comes back down. And with the exhaust off, you can get to the other one real simple. Zip, turn this, pull that sensor out. And then just reverse the steps. Go right back the other direction.
Hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it right now. We'll let you know how much of a bear it is.
All right.
It should come off a lot easier than you think.
Nick's taking off these clamps. These bad boys you have to snip.
Yeah. Yep. Just get a big set of angle cutters.
Get pliers.
Get some pliers, cutters, and they'll pop right off. So that's not bad.
That wasn't too bad.
No.
And now on top, some of the other clamps is just a 10 millimeter. Get yourself a deep well and start working on those. Ooh, intake tube off.
Yep, it is off. And actually it was really simple to get out of there too. It
wasn't bad.
No, not at all. A few minutes out. And now that it is out, you can definitely see a huge difference. Stock, obviously, aftermarket Assassins.
It's way bigger.
It's way bigger. And
it's not plastic.
It's not plastic. No, high temp silicone, the aluminum tubing, when stock, plastic. I mean, this is it.
It also has an extra place for a diverter tube that comes off your wastegate that just goes to the air.
Yep.
Which can get clogged with dirt and stuff, so it gets rid of that problem.
Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, obviously it's I think a really good upgrade.
It's gonna bring those boost numbers up.
Yeah, it's gonna bring those boost numbers up. You're
gonna be breathing all the
power
air
with this right here. So
yeah, it's restricting.
It is restricting, and just chintzy plastic. I mean, such a better quality and a way cooler look. When you,
yeah, no
kidding. Your head down there, you're gonna be like, ooh, shiny parts.
It's like a classic car show, man.
I like it. So, yeah.
All right, now time to install this, or should we go for the other charge tube first?
Yeah. Nope, we're not wanting to install
for the
that
charge
yet.
tube.
We're just gonna get everything set up, put the hose clamps on. That way, when we do come back around,
she's ready to slip in.
She's ready to slip in. But yeah, so we're actually just gonna keep working our way down way down the line. So next, we're gonna remove that blow-off valve
and the charge tube
and get those. All
right.
So all right.
All right, as you can see right here, this is your charge tube. I'm loosening the clamp, and yep, and then we gotta loosen some clamps underneath here, but that's why we're gonna tack through where the exhaust is removed. Old blow-off valve is off.
New blow-off valve about to be installed.
She's a tight fit in there, guys. It's not the super easiest thing, but it's not the craziest.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's doable.
We did it, so.
Yeah, if we can do it, you can do it. Definitely helps with having the exhaust, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, doing all these parts at one time is a huge benefit.
Yeah, 100%. So, and then yeah, so here's the new one. Here's the old one. Also, again, you just look at it, made of plastic, seems kind of chintzy. Nice strong billet one, obviously a lot better.
Yep.
So, yeah, better
All right.
parts, better performance.
Sweet.
Let's keep on going.
All right, charge tube.
Charge tube time.
So now if we attack it from the rear, while this exhaust is off, it should be pretty easy. All right, guys, this is the charge tube. You can see it running on top of the motor. And to get to the back clamp, while the exhaust is off, I think we can attack it right from in here. All right, table's getting messy. Thanks, Red Bull. We appreciate it.
We do.
All right, so we got the charge tube off, and now we got the intake tube and the charge tube, blow off valve, and we're just kind of roughly assembling it, figuring out what clamps go which. You do use a couple of the Polaris clamps, so keep that in mind, and then you use the AA clamps for the rest of them.
Yep. Exactly.
We went over it all, so it's read the instructions. It comes with instructions.
It does.
This is a rough draft of how to put this stuff together, guys.
Pretty much, and just as you're going, it's kind of self-explanatory. You just gotta really make sure that all your clamps are on, and just kind of think a couple steps ahead before just ripping things apart and throwing things back in there. Kind of make a game plan on how you want to do it.
Use Windex if you guys want to maneuver these tubes around easily, so you can adjust them correctly.
100%. So when we slide these in here, trying to get everything to fit nice, these tubes dry are hard to turn. You throw a little. Actually, no, I'm gonna probably lube them up one more time before we go in there because it dries up pretty quick. But you use this Windex, and you got real good maneuverability. You can adjust it how you needed. So,
one thing I'm gonna cover right now is for the blow-off valve. See right here, this filter, I'm going to atmosphere, so you're gonna get that psh noise right now. It's not gonna be recirculated. You could change it eventually and put the hose back on, because right now it's just plugged up. So eventually you didn't like it, you can switch it back.
Exactly. Easy squeezy.
Yep. All right, now we're gonna start installing this stuff.
Yep, here comes the fun part.
Yeah, these things are gonna
back
be
together.
Tight squeeze.
It is. This one right here is gonna be the most challenging.
Yeah, that charge tube is gonna be a monster.
Let's
attack that first.
Luckily, that's the first one to get attacked.
Right. So yay! Whew, charge tubes are in. Intake tube is in. Blow-off valve about to be inserted.
Yep.
You can see the intake tube right there. She's looking sharp. That aluminum looks great in there.
Yeah, that's for sure. That definitely looks a lot better. A little bit of a hassle, a little bit of a pain to get in, but really not that bad. We've struggled with so much worse.
That's
on so many other things. So realistically, not that bad.
This is for a Turbo S also. If you had a Pro XP, the bed comes right off, so it's super easy if you have a Pro XP.
Super easy, and we didn't have to take the bed off. I mean, with the exhaust coming off like that, being able to get everything from the back, and just definitely two people. You know, if you had to do it one person, I could definitely see a struggle.
I wouldn't recommend doing it by
yourself. No, if you have an extra set of hands, definitely gonna help.
There's at least 10 guys that just saw that and were like, pussies.
I challenge you to go try it. Hit up Aftermarket Assassins, get yourself into this, and put it on.
Alright, so we're going to finish tidying this up. We're going to throw this blow-off valve on and the tube that goes on the back of the intake that gets plugged because we are shooting the air to atmosphere.
And then I want to hear this thing fire up.
I'm trying to convince him to wait for the clutches.
Nope, clutches already put it together.
Alright, so everything is on, blow-off valve, charge tube, intake tube, the whole shebang. She's all in there. And now we need to start it up because we're going to put the exhaust on. And you got to start it up before you put the exhaust on.
You have to.
And maybe we can hear the blow-off valve a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah. If not, we still get to hear it without the exhaust.
Alright, that was enough.
Yeah, that's loud.
That's super loud.
Super duper loud. I like it.
Alright, time to move on to put that exhaust.
Let's do the exhaust. Exhaust.
She's on, man. That AA exhaust looks sharp on there too.
Hey, it does look sharp on there, dude.
Compliments the black.
It does complement that black.
100%.
Ooh, wow. So pretty.
Gonna be a couple of assassins out there now. This thing looks sweet.
Start her up, dude.
We gotta start this thing up. Oh yeah, you got a nice steam rumble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds real good. And that is what we like to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
You can smell it.
Dude. That looks so pro. Nice. Now next, we're gonna do the clutches. We're gonna get that primary all set, get the adjustable weights in there, the spring, take the secondary off, get a new did we get a new helix?
I don't think there is a new helix.
Okay. Yep, so we'll put a new secondary spring in. We did get one of those. And get those clutches dialed in. Get that revolver clutch on there.
Yep.
Cover on there. And after that, I believe it's just downloading the sweet tune in this thing. And
I think you're right.
I think it's ready to
It's
rip.
closing in on itself, so we're getting close.
And there's going to be a lot more goodies coming for this thing, too.
Yeah.
It is.
It doesn't end here, guys.
It does not. We're just the surface. This thing is going to be nasty.
Oh man.
It's going to live up to its name, that's for sure.
Alright, we're probably not going to pull the primary off the machine. We're going to do the clutch adjustment and spring welds right on. And then secondary we will have to take off.
Yeah, we're going to try to avoid popping that primary off just because it's, I don't know. You can definitely do all the upgrades with it being on there, taking that belt out, having one guy just kind of take the pressure off the spring, zipping the cover off right there. This will come out, the sheave will be able to move in and out, getting to these weights, and putting the adjustable ones in, and a new primary spring, obviously. So
Nick's got a lot of clutch work in lately because of the Iceman 500, so I got the right guy on the team right now.
Exactly. We'll get her dialed in.
Alright, we're going to start setting up everything.
Let's do it.
Alright, I'm going to go over these clutch setups that we got going on here. We got adjustable clutch weights. We got the revolver clutch cover for the new clutches on the Pro XP, but the 21 Turbo S has the same clutches. So what this does is a more rigid design, and so it's supposed to strengthen it with lower mounts, and also has like a better cooling effect because of the way the fans are set up. That's what it's saying in the instructions. I don't know if these are facts, but I believe it. It looks a lot cooler. It's going to look pretty awesome when it's in there. Adjustable weights for I'm going to be running a level 3 tune, which adds about 20 to 25 horse to the rear wheel, and I'm running 32 inch tires, so my clutch weight setup is going to be 014. That's heel to toe. So you can see right here, the very beginning, 0, 1, and then 4. It's gonna really give me a lot of top end. I might change it because my riding style is a little bit different. This might be mostly set up for dunage. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna talk to the guys.
100%. We'll feel it out. We'll see how it feels, and then we already got a couple ideas on how we want to play with those shims, and we'll get it dialed in. So.
And Nick's an expert at taking it apart. And here's something new we got. It's called the butter shift washer. It goes with the new clutches that are on the Pro XP and the new 21 Turbo S's. And what it does is it helps the primary spring pretty much shift smoother. It's smoother on the spring. I'm sure it will reduce clatter and stuff like that. Pretty interested in this. And then we got the springs. We got our primary and our secondary springs. And now we're gonna install it.
Yeah, pretty much. The primary should be pretty simple. Secondary, we're gonna take a little time. The secondaries are a little bit tougher to take apart.
Yeah, you really need like a spring compressor tool.
Or be really careful with a press, and that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, because we don't have the tool.
We don't got the tool. We tried to get in the tool, but we don't got the tool.
Yeah.
So, and we can't wait. So, yeah, all right, let's put it together.
Okay, to start this whole process, remove your bottom shock mount, bungee it up, and then I had to remove my little sway bar cover thing. And now I have a buddy of yours hold down on that primary.
Yep. So you can just...
Yep, and then another person's gonna just zip those off.
There it is. Bing, bing, that easy. Okay, here we go.
What? This is where it gets serious.
There we go.
Good?
Good.
Alright, so this is how you adjust your clutch weights while the primary is still on the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Cover's off. Right now Nick is taking off the pin and the nut that's holding on these guys right through there. And now you just switch them out.
Yep.
Whoop, whoop. And this is a stock one, and you can see how this isn't adjustable. It doesn't have those holes in it that you can put the weights in. Alright guys, so right now we're putting in that butter washer shifter thing. It's already in there, we can't even get it out. You can see it. Boop. And now you put your spring on.
Anyway, spring, revolver cover.
Man, that thing looks pretty.
Oh, it does. That looks really cool. And then we just...
You gotta compress it. Now it's definitely gonna be tougher than when you're stock because
you
got a washer on there and a heavy duty spring.
Yep. But it can be done.
It can be done. I'm gonna watch Nick do it right now. So this cover needs to be 10 foot-pounds.
It looks awesome too.
Dude, this cover looks badass. Alright, got the revolver cover on, spring, washer. Put the shock back in place so we can get better access to the secondary. And keep in mind, again, these are Pro XP clutches. So what's crazy about this compared to the old Turbo S is this is just a 10mm holding the secondary on. I can't remember what it was before, but I know it wasn't no 10mm.
I thought it was a 15.
It might have been a 15.
Yeah,
it was way bigger,
15.
which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And you could just tell the difference in these clutches. They look a lot different.
Yeah, they definitely do. That's for sure.
But Nick is going to pop off the secondary right now.
Yep, see what happens.
Let's see how it goes. Easy peasy, dude.
Yeah, that popped right out.
That was nothing.
Yeah, that was literally nothing. Wow, looks a lot different.
Whoa, it's got roller pucks on those.
Yeah.
Instead of the square pucks or whatever they are. So I think that helps with... Whoa! Wow, look at the helix.
Yeah.
Dude, these clutches look way different. These are straight up UFOs compared to the last ones.
They really are. We're going to have to do...
I think...
That is the helix. You're absolutely right. This is a whole different design. So it looks like this sheave is a two-piece... Like this right here is actually not like casted with this sheave itself.
It looks like it's so smooth.
On the Turbo S models it is.
Yeah.
And the helix just sits down in the back here.
So what he's saying right here is like before, all this was one piece.
Yep.
Now it's two different pieces.
Yeah, now it's definitely two different pieces, and this is actually the helix. So
the helix looks pretty professional the way this engagement is and stuff.
yeah, it actually looks extremely professional. This giant.
What just fell out? Those were metal shavings that just fell out of there.
Yeah. Oh, what it is? I bet you. I don't know.
Those are metal shavings.
Totally. Right there.
What is that?
It's your clutch spreader tool.
Ground into it.
That look. If you look at all of them, every single one's like
That's
that.
bad.
Yeah. That is your clutch spreader tool.
What in the HE double ranches?
Just like that, and that's how what spreads it apart.
So what? We need to not dig them in as far.
Don't dig them in as much, yeah. But if you actually, let me go look at this real quick. Let me show you.
Wow, guys, that's crazy. Look at that.
I was actually just looking.
That
at
actually is
shit.
wow. That bums me out. Yeah.
That's from your clutch tool. So yeah, I was actually just noticing or just looking at that.
Well, something to keep in mind, guys. If, when you're spreading those clutches apart, maybe not bottom that thing out because, holy smokes, that did some damage, man.
Now this thing is going to be a pain in the butt. Like we literally have to compress this spring down to get inside of there. So that is some serious spring tension. The fun is just about to begin. You know what else I didn't notice? We didn't have to pull a snap ring.
Whoa, there was no
There's no snap ring on that. That just came right off. I just thought about that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either.
Yep. So no snap ring on the secondary on the new Turbo S's, the 2021 Turbo
With
S.
the
Pro
XP
yeah, the Pro
clutches.
XP clutches. So, so that's different right there.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, my soul hurts about that.
It's inevitable. That's the bummer part. Yeah. Huh. Totally different than the Turbo S. Than the RS1. The RS1 and the Turbo S.
They used to be really similar.
They were similar. They were the exact same clutches, pretty much.
Now they're not. Pretty sure these circle rollers are supposed to be better because that way they don't wear so funny like the square pucks.
Yeah, the square pucks do wear kind of funny. Let me see
Yeah.
if maybe we have one. You can see right here.
Yep,
So,
you can see them right here.
yep, so you can see right where it starts to cut into the puck. And,
Yeah, so right here on the sides right here is where it's riding. And these things can groove real funny.
Yeah, you can see them grooving real bad right there. And then you get too much play in there, and I think you just get a lot of clutch movement and bad engagement. And,
Yeah.
you know, not good stuff.
Alright, this is the redneck way of compressing the secondary. We used a press, put some pieces of metal on there, held it down, and loosened these bolts. And we should have probably marked those.
There it goes. Leave her there.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Like you can see right here in this spring right here is actually pretty thick for that secondary. It's not, they almost look the same thickness.
Yeah, they do just about. This one has like a little bit more of a thickness and then a little bit more height to it. So probably just gives you that, just that little bit more engagement.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna blop that right over.
And just to note, man, what a wild helix, like totally different design, you know? I mean, we're still pretty new with clutches and stuff, but nothing like we've ever messed with.
No, yeah, it's a completely different setup.
That was it. So yeah, so what we'll do is just boom, boom. We'll set that back down, compress that back on. Gang, gang, buzz, buzz, stink, stink.
UFO.
UFO Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
There you go.
Okay, now let's make sure.
Again, guys, this is the most redneck way you can do this.
Yeah, the other big thing is we got to make sure that.
Those bolts are lined up. Does it look good on your side? It's looking good over here.
Actually went really well.
Yeah, that did actually went a lot easier than I thought.
How's she look?
And that is just kidding. A secondary.
We just compressed it back down and put her back together. There's nothing special.
Yep.
But again, guys, this is definitely not the recommended way. You can buy a compressor tool. They are very inexpensive.
Yeah.
And I recommend getting them.
100%.
Give yourself a peace of mind.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier. This, it's.
I'd usually say do it the dirt way, but not this time.
No, definitely not. Not when you're messing with a brand new sweet machine. But we did get it on, and
It's time to put her on the machine.
100%. So the spring is in, the helix looks good, and now we're gonna throw her back on and see how she rips. Oh, first we're gonna clean that metal shavings out. We don't want that. That's
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Why'd you talk about those? I actually forgot.
Gotta bring it up.
And now you just slide your secondary right back on, easy peasy. Open up your clutches again. Don't dig them into the clutch. And put your belt back on and you're good to go. And next thing we got going on is the tune itself and downloading it down into the machine.
Yeah, fun deal.
This thing is this close to being done. Alright, now that the clutches are done, like I said, we're going to move on to tuning. Nick right now is throwing the new spark plugs in that you're supposed to use for this tune and everything.
CPR9EB9.
Yep, those are the ones you run.
Kind of Star Wars.
Sorry. So to your tune on your RZR Turbo S, the plug-in is underneath your hood, right there, wham bam. So you're gonna unplug that and plug in your tuner. Alright, this is just a little dummy plug right here, nothing, it's easy peasy. Okay, once you got your power vision plugged in, you're gonna go turn your key. Maybe, yep, we're just gonna turn it all the way on. Not physically on, just key all the way over. And now, will you quiet down over there?
My bad.
Okay, so now that the vehicle has power, the tuner has power. So all required files found. Pressed the square to select tune, and that's where we're headed. And you can see right now we got level 2, level 3, level 4, level 6, and the stock tune itself. We are going to level 3. The other tunes are for the future. Alright, so now we're going to click on this bad boy. Adjust wastegate rod 2 turns shorter. Alright guys, before I start this tune, I'm going to go over some of the stuff it's showing on here. It actually is telling me to adjust the wastegate rod 2 turns shorter because we are going to be running more boost in this vehicle with this tune, and the wastegate will regulate how much air is getting into your turbo. So we have to boost those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. So we're going to adjust the wastegate rod, which will most likely pretty much max it out. Alright, now we're going to start the ECU flash. Are you sure you want to pair this vehicle, blah blah blah? Alright, now we begin pairing this vehicle with this tune. It will take maybe not that long at all. It's jumping up. It's hauling ass. Alright, so once this tune is completely downloaded onto the vehicle, you need to turn the key off and wait 45 seconds, and then you're good. Just let it do its magic. We'll be back. Did you already put the...
Plugs are in, man. Wastegate. This baby's ready to rip.
So right now, once this is all done, we just gotta adjust that wastegate and...
Yeah, and then there's no way he's not taking this thing for a rip. I have to hear this thing.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna probably have to drive it.
100%. 100%.
Again, this is a stage 3 tune, so we'll begin about 20 to 25 rear wheel horsepower gains to this vehicle, which stock is 168. Yep. That's not rear wheel, I don't know what it is, but that's overall horsepower on a stock vehicle. And
I'm sure that this tune also probably brings the fan speed or kicks the fans on earlier, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there's multiple other things it does, like
the restrictions. Probably deletes the seat belt, all that kind of stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, I'm not exactly sure. I wish I knew all those details, but I'm not 100%.
But I do know that on mine, which was a level 2, whatever, it did do that. So I can only imagine that it did.
Which is awesome, because keeping those temperatures down is huge. Like on my last Turbo S, I had heating issues up the wazoo. That was my fault. There was mud in the radiator, and I should have cleaned it. Yeah. But no matter what, let's keep the engine temps down. That's just good for the machine.
Big time.
And eventually when we put this catch can on, that's just going to keep this motor running smooth. We got an S&B particle separator coming just like my last vehicle. We'll go over all that stuff and a lot more. It doesn't even end there, guys.
It really doesn't. I seen the list that Chief's got written out for this thing and what's on its way, and woo! I'm excited. I know you guys are going to be excited.
Alright guys. You can probably just barely see, so I'm zooming in on it right now. Come on, focus, Billy. Alright, there it is. See that nut? We got to back that off, and then you're going to adjust the wastegate with what's in front of it. You're just going to back that whole thing off, basically.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Back that thing up.
Alright, those guys right now are adjusting the wastegate. This has completed its flash. So now you need to turn off the vehicle for 45 seconds. Let the timer begin.
1, 2.
Yo, gotta say Mississippi.
All right, I just turned on the key. That was a true 45 seconds. Wastegate is adjusted. I mean, we're here.
We're here.
We're here, dude. We did it.
We did it, dude. It's all in. It's all in.
Man, right now before we do anything, I want to say thanks to Nick. I want to say thanks to Alex, all my friends that have helped me get to this point, and Aftermarket Assassins for hooking me up, man.
For real.
Those guys are great, and they're great people. If you guys ever want any of their parts, hit up their website. Hit up Classic Motorsports in Traverse City. We got dealers there. I mean, their parts are awesome, and they're great people. Like we met them out at Iceman, and they're the bee's knees. Yeah, just get a hold of Mike or Cody. They're both great guys. They can help you out with anything. If you can't get a hold of them, send them a text message, leave a voicemail, whatever it may be. It is a smaller group of guys, so give them some time. I know it sucks not being able to get immediate answers, but they're good people and they will help you out with what you need.
100%. They're super knowledgeable. They know what they're doing.
But now it's time. It's time to start this puppy up and I guess take her for a little spin.
Yes! Yes!
All right, one last final touch before we get riding here. I actually mounted my tuner right to my steering wheel, which you can get that at Aftermarket Assassins. Go right on the steering column, and you can still see your gauge above it. So with this, I'm going to be measuring my boost, my AFRs, my EGTs, and my pedal position, so I know how much throttle I'm actually giving. And all I did was you connect her right up here, right there. And then behind that, if you can see it at all, is a firewall, and you can just slide the cord right through, bam bam, and you mount it right up. It was super easy.
It was really easy.
And I mean, you get some real boost numbers here because what's on the machine is just a bar. You don't know what your actual boost pressure is, and with us adjusting the wastegate now I can see how much boost I am getting. And Nick is finishing up the clutch cover.
Yep.
Was it easy?
That looks so slick, dude.
It was.
All right, we're gonna start this puppy up and let her warm up and go from there. Alex, you do the honors of hitting the brake. Look at that. Gauges on gauges on gauges. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear the tune in it.
100% man. That sounds good.
That does sound really good. That sounds really smooth.
Lucifer's got a mean growl.
Wow, that sounds really good.
That sounds really good. And you're running those wide open.
Yeah.
If you want to quiet that down,
You could throw that quiet core on there. But I'm not a quiet guy, like I said.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh man. It's dark out, guys, so it's not gonna be the greatest footage, but
You're gonna get to hear it.
you're gonna get to hear it.
That's what I'm so excited about. Oh, I can't wait to see this thing go, dude.
All right, let's bundle up.
100%.
All right, it's time for truth. Nick has a sweet World War II helmet on, so extra safe.
That butternut, dude. It's butternut. Butter shifter.
So far, so good. Oh, yeah.
Wow, it's super smooth. Clutch-wise.
That is super smooth.
I didn't hear a clump or anything.
Yeah, nothing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
There's that sound we're looking for. That was sweet.
You guys can't see anything, but this thing sounds crazy.
They're killing it.
And they're killing it. This thing is a whole different machine from the old Turbo S to what this thing's doing now. It's unreal. It's unreal. I like it a lot.
That is night and day difference.
It sounds crazy.
What did we just drive, dude?
Dude, Lucifer. That's what we just drove. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
This thing is it's a demon. It's Lucifer, man. This thing is just gonna pull up next to whatever you have and intimidate. I'm not kidding. It is so smooth. It shifts so smooth. The power all the way through, the boost. You hit the sweet spot, and it just feels like rockets engaged. Shoo, gone, dude.
Dude.
And then the performance, the sound.
It's unreal.
It's not even my machine. I'm so happy. It's not even. This thing is so sick, so powerful. Love it, dude.
We did it, dude. I'm seriously like super duper impressed with this AA setup on a RZR Turbo S. So previous Turbo S, I ran Boondocker stuff. I didn't have charge tubes, but I had everything else. It's not even comparable. Like, it's not even.
No.
They're two different leagues. Like, it is right off the bat. I mean, I could just feel the difference. And all right, I never thought it would be one of those blow off valve guys. Oh, dude, that is awesome.
It's way awesome,
It
dude.
is so awesome. I don't care what you guys say. That's awesome. And the clutching with that butter washer and just their springs and everything, it quieted this thing up. I've only heard a clunk once.
Yeah, I didn't even hear one. Honestly.
I only heard one clunk on
Really?
a takeoff, and besides that, I mean, she was quiet.
Totally
guys.
quiet, dude.
Super quiet. But the power compared to the Boondocker tune, which I'm not trying to knock on Boondocker, if you actually look at their stuff, I mean, it's a lower performance type of tuning, but they really go for reliability and thing, maybe not just trying to push the limits of the vehicle, not take away all the restrictions. I don't care, man, dude. This AA setup is the bee's knees. It is night and day difference. It's not close. It feels amazing. Like,
it does.
It feels insane. Like, I told Nick, I'm like, it's literally Need for Speed. When I felt that the boost start building up and that turbo kicked in when we were going down the road, it literally was like, brrr, like put me back in the seat. I'm like, whoa, I'm barely touching the throttle. I haven't even come close to opening her up or anything. Because again, it doesn't even have 50 miles on the machine.
Yeah, for real.
And yeah, it felt super duper impressive. I gotta say thank you to Aftermarket Assassins again. If you want any of these parts, hit up Classic Motorsports in Traverse City or just call AA themselves. And like I said earlier, if you don't get an answer, leave a voicemail, send them a text message. Mike will get back to you. He is the owner of the company and he's a really good guy. And oh wow, I totally believe in the parts. I mean, we're gonna put these things to the test and it don't end now. We're gonna put miles on this machine and we're gonna see how this thing does. And I do have the tuner set up, so I will be able to do data logging and see how the engine is doing, what I'm running for AFRs, all that stuff, and be able to let you guys know eventually once we get some more miles on this thing. But she's really close to being fully finished for this Red Bull video, and just we're slowly progressing into this final form here.
Yes.
It's not close. We're probably, I would call this stage 1.
100%, dude.
And Lucy has a little more to go.
Yep.
But that probably finishes up the video for today, guys. I appreciate everybody for watching. And if you're new to the channel, help me hit that subscribe button. I'm jacked up right now, guys. Sorry. And so you can see all the future content, because like I said, this thing is just starting. This is stage 1 of this build. It has so much more to go. Plus all the future content we have coming up with Red Bull, like I said, Nick with his RSO, and we're going to be doing more racing over the spring and summer. There's just too many fun things going on that I can't even mention it all right now. Yeah. And I just, again, want to say thanks to everybody that's helped. Like Nick, he killed it today. He helped me get this thing all ready, and oh man, it's team effort. 100%. Love it. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Later.
Oh, before I go, if you want some dirt merch, links in below. Patreon, if you want to help us with this journey. It's not cheap, guys.
No, it's
not cheap.
So check it out.
Thanks.
Later.
Yeah!